Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Jelly Roll's career has skyrocketed in recent years, thanks in large part to his appearance on American Idol. The star recently shared a video with followers from a gig in Detroit. During the event, Jelly Roll said that a personal childhood dream of his was about to come true. Jelly Roll is a rapper and singer renowned for songs like Son of a Sinner and Need a Favor. He also had a key role as an artist-in-residence on American Idol during season 23. While Jelly Roll has gone a long way in his career, the rapper still has more aspirations to pursue. On social media, the rapper announced that he was able to make one of his boyhood dreams come true during a recent gig in Detroit. After a brief countdown of 3, 2, 1, the video cut back to 2 hours ago. "We're not going to talk about it until someone gets in my side ears and says, 'He's here. He's here.'" The film then returned to Jelly Roll on stage, with a caption informing him that a special guest was about to appear. The opening track "Lose Yourself" played in the background, hinting at what was to come. Soon after, rapper and music producer Eminem stepped on set to perform the song. Eminem and Jelly Roll were seen performing beside each other in the video. While on stage, Eminem also wished his daughter Haley and her husband Evan a happy anniversary. Jelly Roll then did a brief bow and yelled for the audience. The film looped back to the beginning, with Roll discussing his childhood ambition. As previously reported, the show created waves when Jelly Roll appeared to perform despite being part of the American Idol live finale. Brianna Nix, who competed during the season, later took to social media to explain that Jelly Roll's presence had been pre-recorded. Jelly Roll's career has been nothing short of a modern American dream. Once an underground rapper grinding in the margins of Nashville's music scene, he has since erupted into the mainstream, blending country, rap, and rock with the kind of raw authenticity that fans find irresistible. For years, Jelly Roll, real name Jason DeFord, poured his soul into gritty mixtapes and soul-bearing performances, capturing hearts with his distinctive voice and heartfelt lyrics. But in recent years, his star has risen faster and higher than even he could have imagined. And while much of this ascent is owed to his unmatched work ethic and emotional vulnerability, there's no denying that his breakthrough moment on American Idol season 23 changed everything. When Jelly Roll was announced as the artist-in-residence for American Idol, many fans were surprised. The show had never quite featured someone like him, a heavily tattooed, genre-bending artist who had been in and out of jail in his youth and sung openly about addiction, redemption, and pain. But that was precisely what made him perfect. At a time when American Idol was aiming to reassert its cultural relevance and emotional resonance, Jelly Roll represented the kind of artist who didn't just sing to impress, but to survive. Week after week, he performed in between the contestant segments, offering mentorship, performing his hits like Son of a Sinner and Need a Favor, and speaking openly about how music had saved his life. His appearances on the show weren't just performances, they were sermons. They reminded America that greatness doesn't come from polish, it comes from perseverance. Contestants looked up to him not just for his talent, but for his journey. Viewers who hadn't previously heard his name were suddenly downloading his albums and crying over his lyrics. Jelly Roll, once a cult hero, was now a household name. But even as his profile expanded and arenas began to fill with thousands of fans chanting his name, Jelly Roll never forgot the boy he once was, the kid growing up in Antioch, Tennessee, who used to sneak a pair of headphones into school so he could listen to Eminem under the desk during math class. That kid never thought he'd share a stage with his hero. And yet, on a recent night in Detroit, that's exactly what happened. The moment came during a now-viral concert in the heart of Detroit, Michigan, Eminem's hometown. From the beginning of the show, there was a different kind of energy in the air. Fans knew something big was coming. Jelly Roll had been teasing the night on social media for weeks, calling it one of the most special shows of his career. Still, no one could have guessed just how special. At one point during the concert, Jelly Roll paused the music and addressed the crowd. With emotion in his voice, he told the audience that one of his childhood dreams was about to come true. The lights dimmed. A giant countdown appeared on the screen, 3, 2, 1, then, the screen cut to a video captioned 2 hours ago. "We're not going to talk about it until someone gets in my side ears," Jelly Roll said in the clip, glancing toward the backstage area. "And says, he's here. He's here." The suspense was palpable. The crowd waited, breath held, uncertain what was coming next. Then, like something out of a dream, the opening notes of Lose Yourself began to play. The stadium erupted in screams. Everyone knew what that song meant. There was only one person who could be behind those lyrics. Seconds later, the one and only Eminem stepped onto the stage. The moment was electric. Jelly Roll, who had built his life on lyrics and beats inspired by this very man, stood frozen in awe for a moment. But then instinct kicked in, and the two began to perform together, side by side. They traded lines from Lose Yourself with fiery precision, each word reverberating through the venue like a thunderclap. It wasn't just a performance, it was a collision of generations, of journeys, of dreams realized. Fans were stunned, thrilled, and emotionally overwhelmed. For Jelly Roll, this wasn't just a guest appearance. It was personal. Eminem wasn't just a musical icon, he was the voice in Jelly Roll's headphones during his darkest days, the artist who made him believe a better life was possible. Sharing that stage wasn't a career milestone. It was a childhood fantasy come to life, raw and real and impossible to ignore. As the song ended, Eminem turned to the crowd and shouted out a message to his daughter Haley and her husband Evan, wishing them a happy anniversary. The crowd roared in approval. Jelly Roll, visibly moved, took a step back and bowed to the man he had admired for so long. Then he turned to the audience and yelled, "Detroit, make some noise for the GOAT." The crowd answered with a deafening roar. The video then looped back to the beginning of the night, closing the story arc like a movie. Jelly Roll, back in his dressing room before the show, smiled into the camera as he told fans, "Tonight, a dream I've had since I was 12 years old is coming true." And indeed, it had. But not everyone watching the clip was focused on the concert alone. American Idol fans were confused. Many had just seen Jelly Roll performing live on the American Idol Season 23 finale, which aired that same evening. How could he be in Detroit and in Hollywood at the same time? Social media exploded with questions and conspiracies. Some joked that Jelly Roll had mastered teleportation. Others guessed that the Idol producers were trying to cover something up. It didn't take long, though, for Season 23 finalist Brianna Nix to clear the air. In a TikTok video, Nix explained what had happened. "Just to clarify for y'all," she said with a grin. Jelly Roll's Idol performance was pre-recorded earlier this week. He wasn't actually there during the live show. He was in Detroit making dreams come true. And let me tell you, it was totally worth it. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.